In our life, one of the most important and most common word that which we use is the word I, man. There is nobody who does not use this word. But there are very few people who actually think what does it really mean. And this is one of the problems in our life, that we use many words in our life without understanding anything about those words. And this is one of them. And if we ask you, what does the word I mean, I'm sure you'll be blank. But you use it all the time. Every word refers to something. Like when I say word mic, it refers to this object. When I say table, it refers to this. When I say hand, it refers to this object. So what does the word I refer to? The word which I use every day, all the time, and most often. And it is very central to me. So, we are actually working for our own self. And whatever we do, ultimately it centers around myself, my I. No matter what you do, if you think and if you analyze, it is only for the I. But because we do not really understand what is I, therefore we work and we do things which really are not for me. So this is called illusion. Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Ajnanena amritam jnanam tena muhyati jantava. That our knowledge is covered by ignorance, and therefore we are bewildered. And obviously, if I am bewildered, then my thoughts will be bewildered, my decisions will be bewildered, my actions will be wrong. And when my actions are wrong, then the result will be wrong, and then I will suffer. And therefore, everybody suffers. Sukhaya karmani karoti lokena to sukham anya paramam. Everybody, all of us, consciously we work to be happy. You will not find anybody who says that I work because I want to suffer. Then the problem comes, or the question comes, which we never question, that if I work for happiness, why is that I get suffering? And there is nobody in this world who can say that he does not suffer. Rich man, poor man, young man, old man, male, female, and in between also. Because now there are many other designations. So why is that we suffer? So this is the fundamental question which was raised and thought of by our sages. And the whole Indian culture, the whole Indian Sanskriti is based on this principle, Sukham me syat, Dukham ma bhut. That I should be happy and I should not suffer. And the rishis, the sages, and the avatars who appeared on this land, India is the only land where God appears. Everywhere else messengers may come, but God comes to this land of Bharat. And this is our great fortune, but it is also our misfortune, and the biggest misfortune, that this being the case, we do not listen to their sagacious words and become happy. So, besides I, everything else is non-I. I means which relates to me, and you and everything else is that which does not relate to me. But I am working only for things which do not actually ultimately relate to me. This is the big illusion. Just to give you an example, that if you have to eat, if you are hungry, and you may be a rich person. Can you hire somebody to eat for you? You may be the richest person of the world, but when it comes to eating, you have to eat. When it comes to sleeping, you have to sleep. You cannot outsource your sleeping. You cannot outsource your eating. Although now they have apps for sleeping, sleep apps, and apps for food, at least for ordering food, if nothing else. But actually, that is not helpful to you. Because when it comes to you, you have to do it yourself. You can outsource everything. Because whatever you outsource, that is not about you. When it comes to you, it is you who have to do. So now if I ask you a question that when you feel happy, where do you feel happiness? Do you feel outside somewhere? No. You feel it within yourself, within your mind. When you are suffering, does the suffering exist somewhere out there? No. The suffering is within you. And all the things which you do outside, they have bearing inside you, and the ultimate bearing is only in these two ways. Either it gives you happiness or it gives you suffering. Is it favorable to you or not favorable to you? But unless I really understand myself, that what are the things which are pleasing to me, then I can go on doing things and ultimately suffer from that. So we make decisions that I want bigger house, I want a bigger car, or I want so much money. Why? Because you think you'll be happy. But when that thing happens, does happiness come to you? No, it does not. It is everybody's experience. Everybody's experience. So, but we never stop. When we have a desire for this, I want this particular job, or I want to get into this institute, or I want to marry this person, you are completely focused, your life is thinking that if I get it, I'll be happy. But once you have it, then you should be happy for the rest of your life if this was true. But that does not happen. And we never stop to think that why it did not happen. Nobody stops to think, because then your mind gets occupied with something else, and then you continue and this process goes on. This is what is called samsara. Just like the road on which you move, it is called sadak. It's actually a Sanskrit word, sarak. बोलते ना सड़कों, क्योंकि सड़क पर आप सड़कते हैं. श्री धातु है, जिससे सर्प भी बनता है, सांप जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं. सर्प क्या है? वो सड़कता है. सड़क पर हम सड़कते हैं. संसार में सब सड़क रहे हैं. और सड़कने के बाद में अंत में क्या होता है? संस्कृत में शब्द है, अंत में क्या होता है? आप कहेंगे मृत्यु. नहीं, एक बहुत सुंदर शब्द है संस्कृत में, और वो आप सब जानते हैं. उसको कहते हैं निधन. लेकिन आपने कभी विचार नहीं किया कि निधन शब्द का क्या मतलब होता है. कहते हैं उसका निधन हो गया. निधन का मतलब है कि आप धन के बगैर हो गए. निधन, जिस धन के लिए आपने जीवन भर कार्य किया, वो सब गया. और इसलिए संस्कृत में मृत्यु के लिए निधन, वास्तव में निधन शब्द का अर्थ मृत्यु नहीं होता है, लेकिन मृत्यु के लिए निधन शब्द का प्रयोग हमारी संस्कृत में क्यों किया गया है? इसलिए कि ताकि हमारा कभी बल्ब जल जाए कि मैं जीवन में कर क्या रहा हूँ. और कहते भी हैं सब तो यही रह जाएगा, लेकिन कहने से कोई लाभ नहीं है अगर हम उस पर आचरण नहीं करते हैं. तो जीवन में सबसे मुख्य वस्तु है आचरण करना. इस दुनिया में सबसे फ्री चीज जो दी जाती है वो है ज्ञान. फ्री मिलता है. आजकल तो और भी ज्यादा फ्री हो गए. इंटरनेट पर चले जाओ, चैट जीपीटी पे कुछ भी सवाल पूछ लो, आप सब कुछ फ्री मिल रहा है. लेकिन सबसे ज़्यादा चीज़ जो हम रिजेक्ट करते हैं वो है ज्ञान। क्योंकि जो चीज़ फ्री मिलती है उसको हम महत्व नहीं देते। इसलिए हमारे यहाँ पहले विद्यार्थी पढ़ने जाता था तो गुरु पहले उसको टेस्ट करता था। अगर वो सोचता था कि ये आदमी जो है इस ज्ञान का दुरुपयोग करेगा, उस पर आचरण नहीं करेगा, तो उसको ज्ञान नहीं देगा। तो जो द्रोणाचार्य ने एकलव्य को मना कर दिया पढ़ाने से, कर्ण को भी मना कर दिया पढ़ाने से, वो इसलिए किया था क्योंकि वो जानते थे कि ये इस ज्ञान का दुरुपयोग करेंगे। आज हम बहुत बात करते हैं कि उसका अंगूठा क्यों काटा, ये काटा, वो काटा, क्योंकि हम ऊपर ऊपरी सतह से देखते हैं। और आज हमारा दिमाग जो है, जो हमारे सनातन धर्म के, हिंदू धर्म के विरोधी हैं, उन्होंने हमारे दिमाग में कूड़ा भर दिया है। तो हम स्वयं पढ़ते नहीं हैं अपने शास्त्रों को, और दूसरे लोग पढ़ के उसका गलत अर्थ निकाल के हमारे ऊपर आरोप लगाते हैं। फिर हमारे पास कोई उसका उत्तर नहीं होता, हम घबरा जाते हैं, तो कहते हैं हाँ यार वास्तव में बात तो सही बोल रहा है। तो यहाँ इसलिए हमारे ज्ञान की बहुत रक्षा की गई। जो कहा जाता था कि इसको ज्ञान मत दो, आज जो कहते हैं कि भाई जो एक विशेष क्लास है उनको ज्ञान नहीं देना चाहिए, वो इसलिए कहते थे। उनका किसी से कोई विरोध नहीं, वो तो फ्री पढ़ाते थे, कोई पैसा लोग थोड़े लेते थे पढ़ाने के लिए, उसको तो पाप मानते थे। तो फिर मना क्यों करते थे? वो इसलिए कि इस ज्ञान का दुरुपयोग ना हो। जैसे आज बहुत चिंता है संसार में कि ये जो न्यूक्लियर टेक्नोलॉजी है गलत हाथ में ना चली जाए, टेररिस्ट के पास नहीं चली जाए। तो ये ज्ञान भी ऐसे ही है, क्योंकि ज्ञान से पावरफुल और कोई चीज़ है नहीं दुनिया में। तो हमारे भारत में हमारे ऋषियों ने हमारे जीवन के 4 पुरुषार्थ इसलिए बनाए, धर्म, अर्थ, काम और मोक्ष। तो आज हमने धर्म और मोक्ष को उड़ा दिया बिल्कुल अपने जीवन से, और अर्थ और काम रह गए। लेकिन दुख की बात यह है कि हम अर्थ के बारे में भी नहीं जानते और काम के बारे में भी नहीं जानते। हमारे यहाँ अर्थशास्त्र भी है लेकिन कौन पढ़ता है उसको। हमारे यहाँ काम शास्त्र भी है लेकिन कौन पढ़ता है उसको। इसलिए केवल पैसा होना ही बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं, उस पैसे का उपयोग करना ये भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण चीज़ है। अगर हम उसका उपयोग करना नहीं जानेंगे तो वही पैसा हमारे लिए शाप हो जाएगा। और जैसा कि होता है बहुत लोगों के साथ में, आज हमारे हरियाणा के आसपास के गाँव में भी, मैं अपने गांव की बात करता हूँ। मैं पिछले साल गया था 25-30 साल के बाद गांव में, तो मेरे को पता चला कि मेरी उम्र के जितने भी थे वो सब गोविंद राय नमूना सब परलोक से धार गए, और जो बचे हैं वो सब शराब पीते हैं। वही लोग, हम बचपन में खेत में काम करते थे, स्कूल जाते थे, स्कूल से आए, बस्ता घर पर रखा, चलो खेत में जाके काम करें। अब उनकी जमीनें बिक गई, सब शराब पीते हैं, उनके बच्चों को क्या होगा ये भगवान है। तो ये स्थिति है, यानी कि अर्थ का उपयोग नहीं करोगे तो वो अर्थ आपके लिए शाप साबित होगा, और मरने के बाद तो आपके साथ जाने वाला है नहीं। और काम की बात तो देवी शिवानी जी कर ही रही थी। उन्होंने 2 शब्द का प्रयोग किया, योग और भोग। मैं तीसरा भी साथ में लाता हूँ, रोग। अगर योग नहीं करोगे और भोग करोगे तो केवल रोग आएंगे, और फिर आप भागो डॉक्टर के पास, डॉक्टर आपको इंजेक्शन देगा, गोली देगा, वो फिर दूसरा रोग लाएगा। तो ये स्टडी की है वेस्ट में, ये प्रोजेनिक डिजीज बोलते हैं, यानी कि जो बीमारी दवाई से आती है। तो बहुत बीमारियां केवल दवाई से आती हैं, और बाकी बची हुई बीमारी वो भोजन से आती है। तो जो मैं ओरिजिनल बात कर रहा था कि मेरा जो आई है, मैं वो मेरे लिए है, खाना मेरे लिए है, मैं खा रहा हूँ, लेकिन उसी को मैं गलत तरीके से खा रहा हूँ, गलत खाना खा रहा हूँ, आई एम ईटिंग द रॉन्ग फूड, then I am creating trouble for myself. So I am going to suffer for that. तो ये हमें स्वयं को सोचना है। तो इसलिए धर्म हमारे शरीर में, हमारा शरीर है, हमारा मन है, हमारी बुद्धि और हमारी आत्मा है। इन चार के लिए हमारे ऋषियों ने चार पुरुषार्थ बनाए। अर्थ जो धन है, द मनी, दैट इज ओनली फॉर द बॉडी, because body needs food, body needs shelter, so you need wealth, you need money for that. So that is the artha. Once your basic needs are satisfied, then you want enjoyment, that is for the mind. But because you live in the society, so you also have to deal with other people. For that there is dharma, so that you don't exploit others. But ultimately you have to die, and if you don't take care of this opportunity now, then you have to take another birth and you can become a dog in your next life, which is not very pleasurable. If you understand what is a dog life, as Hindi में बोलते हैं साला कुत्ता की मौत मरो, कुत्ते जो जीवन जी रहा है। हालांकि in the West dogs are better than human beings because dogs don't have any stress. The owner is having all the stress, working hard, but the dog is relaxing, right? And he gets his 2 meals a day without any problem. He does not go to university. But now dogs are also having diabetes because the master has diabetes. And the master goes for a walk only because of the dog, not otherwise. Although they say that I am taking my dog for a walk, actually it is the dog who is taking him for a walk. Because dog walks in front, he is behind. So who is leading home? So therefore, dharma, artha, kama and moksha. So artha is only for the body, kama is for the mind, and dharma is for the intelligence. And now we are so much against dharma, which means we are not respecting our intelligence. Because dharma is designed so that I can maintain myself and I can maintain the society. So dharna dharmityahu, dharma dharyate praja. So dharma is that which upholds you and upholds the society. That's why it is called dharma. If I neglect that, then I will create problems for myself and for the society. Like if you go on the road, there are traffic laws, that is traffic dharma. So if I don't follow that, I will meet an accident and at the same time I am going to make someone else suffer. Because my actions don't bring result only to me, I am involved with others. I am not an independent unit. Just like in our body, everything is linked up, everything is connected. In the same way, I am also linked to the society. I am a social being. And then beyond that, for Atma is moksha. So our shastras, our lifestyle was designed so that you can have artha, you can have kama, you can have dharma, and also moksha. So that you will be happy in this life and happy in the next life. And that's what we all want. So why shall we oppose dharma? This is a big question. Why do we oppose when it is actually for your good? So in Buddhism we have the mantra, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Right? Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. I take shelter of Buddha, he is God. So we should take shelter of God because God is the one who has given us wisdom. Then I say take shelter of Dharma, the principles, the words of God, so that I follow them. And then I have to also take shelter of the society, so that I don't work against it. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says very clearly, Yehi sansparja bhoga dukha yone evate adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ante buddha. He said that all these bhogas which you are taking, they will ultimately lead you to suffering. And therefore those who are Buddha means wise people. Buddha means who is enlightened, who has wisdom. So now we have a lot of information, but information is just information if it is not organized. Organized information is called knowledge. And when knowledge is put to use for your benefit, that is called wisdom. So Buddha means a wise person. Buddha means the most wise person, the enlightened person. And wisdom means that I don't do anything which will bring me suffering. That is the meaning of I, that I I should at least understand who am I and what is good for me and what is not good for me. And this begins with good health. Dharmartha kam mokshanam arogya moolam uttamam. That the basis of dharma, artha, kama and moksha is good health. If health is not good, you cannot make money. If health is not good, you cannot enjoy. That's what Dr. Prabhupada was saying, that now we also want good health so that I can enjoy. And if health is not good, I cannot follow dharma. You cannot meditate if you have a headache. And if dharma is not there is no question of moksha. So we should begin at least with good health, because in Indian system, whether it is Dharma Shastra, Artha Shastra, Kama Shastra, they are all united. They are not like the Western that, okay, he is an eye specialist and he is an ear specialist. Because eye is also part of my body, it's related. So everything is interlinked. So even if I study Ayurveda, you will know what is Kama, you will know what is Artha, you will know what is Moksha. So there is flight for the monks, so I take flight myself. Thank you.